where the famous Boston Tea Party. The famous Boston Tea Party, this is where they throw the tea, if you know your history. Here's the museum, and we're about to throw some tea. Okay, we'll show you the inside. Oh, let's go. It's raining. An umbrella. The Boston Tea Party Ship Museum. Famous history. All right, we're going in. Okay. What happened? Just pull it. Show him. He has been wearing the mask.
Alright. This dude chilling. I don't know what it is.
Out of town. I'm from LA, yeah.
Well, welcome. And you, my friends, are you from Boston or are you from out of town? Out of town. Out of town. Excellent. Well, welcome to Boston. I'm sorry things are a little strange here, but I assure you everything's fine. And tomorrow morning, this will all be a bad dream. Talking, of course, about the tea issue we're having here in town now. Usually, ships down at Brooklyn Wharf full of tea. Should be a wonderful thing. We should be excited, getting our money ready because we love tea. We drink a lot of tea here in Boston. Unfortunately, because of a new law passed by Parliament that we have no say in, the way that tea is bought and sold here in the colonies is completely changed. So instead of merchants sending and ordering tea and having it come in, through their own connections, auction houses, various vendors, the United East India Company now has a monopoly. So they ship tea here. They get a deal on they get a reduced. Some duties are reduced. Some they don't have to pay at all. So it makes it very inexpensive for them to send as much tea as they want here, so they can make the prices low enough that effectively they have a monopoly. So no one can compete with them. So that's all right, I suppose. But we didn't have any say in this. They're also not doing this anywhere else in the British Empire, so why are we being treated differently? I think in Parliament they have this idea that we're all incredibly wealthy here in the colonies. We wouldn't need an almshouse and a poorhouse here in Boston that I've been inside of if we were all so wealthy. That's just not the case. So they pass these laws that are ridiculous, and then we protest them, and they're repealed. That's what we do. So, of course, you all remember in 1765 the Stamp Act, which was ridiculous. We protested. We tried to get people who were in charge of making sure that law was conformed with. We encouraged them to resign. People who didn't resign got tarred and feathered. We tore down some houses. We had some riots, and the law was repealed. So, if that's what we have to do, that's what we do. Now, and we did it again with the Townsend Acts, and then here we are with the Tea Act. So, the plan is, any ship that comes in bringing this tea, we're going to say no thank you, we're going to send it back. It's going to be very difficult to live without tea, but it's the right thing to do. So, that sounds fine. Peaceful protest, not really a big deal. Unfortunately, our royal governor, Thomas Hutchinson, doesn't like this plan. He thinks the Tea Act is a wonderful idea because two of his sons are agents of the United East India Company. So they will be made very wealthy by this new arrangement. He doesn't seem to care that they're giving us different rules. than other Englishmen and that were being treated unfairly. He was born here in Massachusetts, but his sympathies are with Parliament back in England. So he said that it's illegal to send the tea back. He said it's illegal and he's gonna stop us. How is he gonna stop us? Well, as our royal governor, he has the authority to give orders to the Royal Navy warships that are protecting Boston Harbor from, I don't know, we beat the French, so, and there's hardly any pirates anymore, so, but there are warships in the harbor protecting us that we pay for. And Governor Hutchinson has ordered those ships to shoot any vessel that tries to leave this harbor with tea, which seems a bit of an overreaction. We were just trying to peacefully return some goods we didn't want. Now we're talking about, killing sailors. That's not what we're here to do. So we don't want blood on our hands. So obviously that plan isn't gonna work. So we're gonna have to go with our backup plan. Sons of Liberty were ready for this. They were the ones who really have been at the front of this organizing, going down and talking to the captains of the cargo ships and having that conversation about leaving the tea on board and what we're trying to do. They've been guarding the ships to make sure no tea accidentally goes missing or comes onto land. And all of our other options are exhausted. So tonight we're gonna dump tea into the harbor. So that's not, you're nodding. Well, you all have your disguises, which is good in case you get caught. So we're not going to, you're with friends and neighbors. We've all been sworn to secrecy right this way, my friends. Right down to Griffin's War.
Let's throw some tea. We're gonna throw some tea to the harbor. Alright, I even have my umbrella.
We're not recording.
I'm ready to throw some tea.
Welcome, patrons! Welcome, my friends. How are we doing today?
Good.
Very good, very good. I take it we're coming from Old South Meeting House today? Is that the
Yes.
case? And, what, may I ask, brings you to Griffin's Wharf?
What are we gonna? We're gonna throw something?
We're gonna throw tea.
Okay, very
Yes.
good. Very good. You don't know who you can trust around here these days, all right? So,
That's right.
before we get to work, my friends, first and foremost, of course, welcome to Griffin's Wharf. This, of course, is where all three ships present with tea are stationed. Here, of course, is the Eleanor. She's the first ship you will be boarding in one of those three ships, the second to arrive here in the city. Now, on board this vessel, there are 114 chests of tea, weighing just over 30,000 pounds. Think you folks are up to the task?
Of course.
All right, very good. I like that confidence. Now, good news is, of course, there are 150 Sons of Liberty here to help you, so you will not be working alone. However, all 150 Sons of Liberty will swear an oath of secrecy tonight, promising never to speak as to who is present here today, nor what it is you're about to do, all right? So, with that in mind, I'd ask you join me in raising your right hand and repeating after me. I promise.
I promise.
I will not tell.
I will not tell.
Yes, that should just about do it, my friends. Very good. Now, mind your step here on the gangway as you board this vessel. We have some hand sanitizer available on the left.
And
Thank you.
Mr.
Good luck and
Haskins,
Godspeed.
did you warn them that this is an act of treason?
Oh my gosh, I
Do
think
you-
they knew.
Do you know what the punishment for treason is?
Dead.
You all answered very quickly. You have committed crimes before. Right, death by hanging. As long as we all know that and we're prepared to keep each other secret and safe, come on board and join me on the Eleanor.
Yes.
If you all seem very confident, then nothing bad will happen to us. Feel free to take a look around towards the front of the ship. If you'd like to, then come join me on this side here.
We can take a look.
Yeah. Welcome on board, friends. Feel free to take a look around towards the front of the ship and come join me on this side. So, there are many things that are endangering our lives this evening. One, that we're committing an act of treason, and one, that we're not alone. There's people watching us. There's thousands of people over on the shoreline. I mean, don't look, but there's thousands of people over there watching us. And luckily, it's nighttime. It's raining, and we're disguised. We've got our hoods up. We've got cloaks and blankets over our clothing. Some men have put soot and pitch on their faces to disguise their features. This will all help to keep our identities safe. But amongst each other, we're laboring tonight alongside friends and neighbors. You'll probably recognize a lot of people on the ship. And that's why Mr. Haskins had you swear an oath of secrecy, right? To make sure to never tell anybody, to not implicate anybody else if you happen to let something slip. So that should help to keep us safe this evening. And so, with all of that in mind, let's get to our labor at work. We've got 3 crates of tea for you on the starboard side of the ship. I see a couple of different groups of people here. So how about you folks go to the end there? Maybe some people in the middle, take one of those middle crates and maybe I can get end crate.
Plenty to go around.
Exactly. And let's do a ball and all together. We'll count you down. So on the count of 3, let's throw these crates into Boston Harbor. But first, I have a question for you. Are we going to pay this tax on tea?
The Patriot to take out all the cargo to make sure it's safely taken off and put on with its work so we can pull up the money from that forth. And then he gives the sailors the option of whether or not they want to help destroy the tea if they believe in the Patriot's cause. And many of the men actually do take them up on that offer and help us out. Now, knowing that tonight, as you can see there behind you, we have 2 crates of the 112. We want to get ready to destroy that. Go right ahead.
Go, Leo. Throw the tea.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready, folks, I can give you a countdown to 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3!
Fuck the British!
Huzzah!
Let's get it.
Well done, friends. Now the hard work. You have to pull those back up. Make sure everyone gets a chance to get some trees in.
Of course, that's the real champ, bro. Come on, man. We're against the British.
Good job, Leo. Good job.
Very good.
Thank you.
Please, now, if anyone else would like to step up, help us out tonight.
Go, let's throw it.
You haven't done it.
What's your chant? What's your chant?
Quay cái loại bác
Beautiful.
You haven't thrown tea.
What's your chant? What's your chant? You need something. Ah,
Well done, madam. Well done.
whack.
Now, friends, you may continue destroying tea if you'd like, or you can
Oh,
join me
bad.
at the bow. A little bit more to explore.
Whack. Woman in
So up. So we furl up the sail, mile out. Tie a rope to the mainland. Attach the upper end of the rope to the pilot, so you can head and it's all rope on the water. He attaches it to something sturdy. One of the stakes here, put them in the hole. And go through just like that. You may have to reset a few times. That brings these ships up to the depth. Now, we have multiple men doing this at the same time. They must do this simultaneously. Make sure they're in step with one another. What do we do besides counting?
Heave ho?
What was that?
Heave ho?
We could do that. There's something else besides chanting that we could do. So we'd be singing, sea shanty. Yes, so they would know the rhythm of that, and that would help them keep them in line together. And they would do this, of course. Now, with that, friends, you'll see here that this is the foreaft. I don't know if this was covered on the Eleanor or not, but this is the hatch that you would use to go up and down where the sailors slept down below. Now, the difference between this one and the one on the Eleanor is there are actually 8 beds down below here instead of the 4 that you saw on the Eleanor. So at least these sailors are a little bit luckier in that fact compared to the ones on the Eleanor. But with that, the captain and the first mate still actually have smaller sleeping quarters, if you can imagine that, since the Eleanor ones are quite small indeed. My friends, if you'd like to come around here, take inside the cook shop. You're quite familiar with this more about the quantity rather than the quality. You have your porridges, your stews, you have your ship's biscuit, which is similar to a sort of hard pack. You put it into the stew for some time so that you can actually eat it. If you try to eat it beforehand, you may lose all, not most of the meat, of course. Now, one thing that you would not see on this vessel is grog. Does anyone know what that is? Grog? Grog? Yes.
Here?
Was that?
Kind of a beer?
No. So it does have alcohol in it, but it's actually watered down. It would have that kind of freshness in it as well to stay on sturdy. this is something you have a ration on while you're on the vessels, along with your fresh water, although that would not last for a very long time. Now, this vessel would not have it because it is owned and operated by a Quaker family. So any alcohol on this will be put in this one. You don't have to put chocolate on here, but it's very bitter and not very sweet stuff. So take what you can with that, of course. But friends, please do continue exploring if you'd like to ask any questions you may have. And when you are ready, you can go back onto the board.
The kitchen.
Long kitchen.
¿Ya nos vamos?
I think those cups are pretty.
Well done, Patriots.
That was
See
nice.
right around the corner of the building for the final moments of your journey.
Thank you.
Godspeed. Best of luck, eh? My pleasure.
But-
Thank you for your efforts. Well done, Patriots.
Hello, folks. Hello, folks.
Welcome, my friend.
Welcome, yes, please, find shelter this way.
Next group will be heading inside. Feel free to take some refuge underneath the awnings here.
Yes, we'll be headed in just a moment. Miss Thayer is clearing the way for us, ensuring we have a safe journey home. Friends, any remaining questions on your journey? Very soon we'll be finding out about the consequences of our actions. I will be headed to the Portrait Gallery. Yes, unfortunately, yes, unfortunately there were some consequences. But we'll make sure you have a secret, quiet way home this night. And again, you have your disguises which cover your faces. That is brilliant thinking. My goodness.
Well, they'll find a way to twist that no matter
Oh,
what.
our lovely list of participants there, folks. Yes, you all took your oath of secrecy, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't think it's stuck as well as maybe quite all right. A list like this really won't appear until years later, really the 1830s, the comprehensive list will appear. Participants of the Boston Tea Party, or the late transaction of Griffin War, this event is often known. About 170 men on that list. Many of them know each other or even related. For instance, my husband Thomas Bradley is here this evening, and all of his brothers are present this night. They do want to keep each other safe, despite making a desired outcome of this night. Yes, so that is the merchant ship. So if you saw that ship coming, you would know it had goods on board or cargo. Yes, we have our Union Jack there, and then that tree there, I believe, is our lumber export. We have, of course, lumber here in Boston. Oh, and the original location of Griffin's Wharf, folks, is that brick building with those green windows there. So we are in the exact same body of water, as close as we can be.
Oh, this is an artifact. Of course, Patriots, you're with me. If you leave the principal at all, you'll head on board the Beaver and make sure the rest of that team's destroyed, won't you? Very good, my friend.
So only tea they used to throw.
Should we get on this boat?
I don't know. I think we're coming this way.
Oh, well met.
Hello.
Are you here to help us with our cargo problem? Yeah. Well, marvellous. Where are you joining us from, friends?
So good.
Who is that?
An undiscovered land.
I'll take your word for it. Marvellous. First time in Boston?
Yes.
Oh, well, welcome. How do you like our town?
So far, so
I'm
good.
glad you enjoy it, friends. I'm glad you're coming to our defense. So, this, friends, is the other ship we have to contend with, my friends. Oh, come here, join us, friends. Where are you joining us from? Where are you from? Massachusetts. Oh, you're locals. Perfect. So, friends, I'm going to tell you all about this ship. This is the other ship we can tell with. It's the Brig Beaver. It is the same size as the Eleanor, but it only has two 80-foot tall masts, so it's the slower ship. You'd have in the rear, after the vessel, a large triangular sail, making it a more maneuverable vessel. Important as it is a whaler from Nantucket, transporting whale goods between Boston, London, and that home port of Nantucket. But on the way back from London to Boston, it would take on additional cargoes to make more money, but who doesn't like more money? And that is how this vessel, a Nantucket whaler, ended up with 112 chests of East India Company tea. It also ended up with something else. A sailor who on the way into Boston showed signs of the smallpox. I lived through the smallpox outbreak in 1766, once good enough for my lifetime, friends. We had a plan in place. The ship was sent to Quarantine Island, where it was scrubbed down with vinegar and smoked out with sulfur, so disease is quite cured. That's modern science, no need to argue. So I will keep you above in the fresher airs to make sure you're completely safe, and leave on the medically advised disguises. So friends, a best way to start your journey is heading up the ramp and joining my friend Miss Wheatley up on the quarter deck. She can answer any of your questions about the vessel. Godspeed, good luck, don't get arrested. Well done.
Up.
Yeah, of course. Please join me, friends. Welcome, welcome. Now, friends, I encourage you while you're looking around the vessel, exploring, to spot out any differences you see between the Eleanor and this vessel. There's actually one right here in front of us. I'll see if anyone can spot it out before I mention it.
Oh, over the side. 1, 2, 3.
Well done, folks.
Excellent, my friends. That's 3 down, 111 more to go.
And you can haul them right back up.
Roll that tea.
These are the only things we brought up.
Pulling it. Now you can too. Pulling it. There we go. Do keep your feet on the deck, my friend. We can have you pulling it.
And I think that's a good warm-up for you. I think we're ready to graduate to more difficult crates to deal with. There are 400-pound crates down below. These ones, how would you say that's like 100 pounds? So we've got a lot of work to do. If you're ready, my friend Mrs. Bradley will show you down below decks. When you come back up, you'll have a chance to store our tea, so not to worry there. If you want to use this set of stairs,
You actually want to wrap around that staircase there. I can meet you below deck.
yes. And like I said, there is way more work to be done, so don't worry. You'll have a chance to store tea later. Just watch yourself. Use those handrails, please,
Watch your head as well.
because it is
December
very
rains have certainly
slippery.
made things quite slick.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we're in December. December 16th.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right, sir.
I'm so sorry. There you go. That's better.
Headed towards the back of the vessel. This is the stern of the ship, or we're moving aftward, as a sailor would say. So this is the aft cabin. You feel free to take a peek as we wrap around. You'll see, oh yeah, please. You'll see Captain James Bruce hard at work. He is a Tory sympathizer, but he's very focused. We shouldn't bother him. He's also partial owner of this vessel, along with merchant John Rowe, and then Lane, Son, and Fraser, a very prominent bank in London. The aft cabin is really just for the captain and first mate. They take care of navigation, latitude, longitude, the numbers. All the sailors will take care of the dirty work above decks. They have some home amenities in there. It's much more comfortable where sailors sleep. There's also a ladder in the aft cabin. You know, it's quarter deck. Where navigation takes place. The captain's sleeping berths are back here. The mate's sleeping berths, really the back of for them. And as we move through the cargo hold folks, good to note, we typically wouldn't be able to move below decks of a vessel like this at all. It would be completely packed cargo, wall to wall, top to bottom. These lovely modern stairs would not be here. The type of cargo on board really just depended on where the vessel was headed to and where it was returning from. So the Eleanor, for example, is a merchantman ship, and she's part of the Triangle trade. So she goes from Boston to Antigua for sugar and molasses, then to London for our manufactured goods, and then travels between the colonies and London for the remainder of the year. Of course, she has tea on board. She can also have linens, cloth, spices, flour, molasses, rum, a variety. And here, friends, is the forecastle or the forecastle. We are in the very front of the vessel now, the bow of the ship. And folks, the cargo goes right up to here. So our sailors have to use this ladder and hatch to get above and below decks. And there's about 10 sailors to a crew, not including the captain and first mate. So about a dozen men in total on a ship this size. So this would be split between about 10 men. So 5 men would be sleeping, reading, eating there. While above decks, 5 men would be swapping the decks with salt water, handling bilge pumps, unfurling sails. The many arduous jobs. And you can wrap right around there, folks, if you're ready. We'll be headed this way.
Because remember,
It's about 4 to 6 weeks to London and about a 6 to 8 week journey to return. So it can be months at a time, so that's really only on average. With weather and cost problems, disease, can you install vessel support? And there's an example of some of those larger chests of tea we were discussing. The heaviest of these weighed about 400 pounds, so our Patriots had to use a walking towel pulley system to haul those up from the cargo hold. great effort, but well worth it, as you know, folks. And you can head right up these stairs, friends. You're going to be heading to the quarterdeck. There'll be those stairs to your left. That's where navigation takes place. You'll be captain's wheel. I'm also chicken
Welcome
scoop.
back up. If you're ready to explore the rest of the ship, you can head up this way, look at the quarterdeck, see the ship's wheel. There you go, things up there. And then whenever you're ready, you can circle all the way around and head off to the rest of your experience. So look around. Ask any questions you might have.
We can die.
No one said my chant. I said fuck the bridge.
I don't think I can take a picture.
Can I move it? Wait, what does it say? Oh.
It's raining and it's raining hard. Oh, sort of. My dad will be delightful.
Thank you all for your help. Feel free to continue on. Be careful, don't get arrested.
This is where they keep their. Oh, this is where they cook. Thank you guys.
Godspeed, good people. Don't get caught.
It's true, and if you do get caught, you know none of us.
We don't know each other.
I know.
As many books as you like, madam. Ask Mr. Davis. He believes in
So my friends, I trust the ship's a bit lighter than you folks found it, yes? Very good, very good. No further questions. Yes, we certainly have more information here to prove about the Eleanor and the cargo on board. And if you folks are ready, I can also regale you about some of this other cargo. Yes, my friends, see, these ships, particularly the Eleanor, are going to be involved in the triangle trade. So they travel from Antigua, North American colonies, across goods all around the world. They have porcelain, China, Madeira wine, and citruses, of course, Portugal. These goods we can bring all around the world. Mind you, as you saw in the Eleanor, the tea is all packed on the bottom. All this excess cargo is on top. So what are we doing with all this stuff? Not this stuff, my friends.
We
It's
drink
just the
them.
tea. 'Cause see, folks, I'm a fabric merchant. William Haskins at your service. I'm a fabric merchant myself, and as such, I'm gonna have some goods for my shop on board these vessels. Many Sons of Liberty who are merchants are selling goods that are on board these ships, not the tea, of course. But when the Sons of Liberty, when they arrive here, they're not here to destroy anything but the tea. They're not here to stomp on the throats of the merchants of Boston or the businesses here. They're just here for the tea. It's that tea tax that we're so put off by. So with all the rest of these goods, Mrs. Stroh, we're going to unload them, destroy the tea, put everything right back where we found it. All right, can you do that for me, my friends?
We'll do that.
Very good.
Thankfully so. I know we're expecting some shoe leather on board these ships, and we can't afford to lose that.
No, least of all Mr. Hughes, of course. Least of all Mr. Hughes. Mr. Hughes, green coat just around the corner. He's a shoe salesman himself, a shoemaker. So these sorts of goods that are boarding on these ships, we have no problem with them. In fact, we need them here in the city. We're a very import-dependent place. We mainly export whale oil, timber, candles. It's really just about it.
A lot of salted fish too.
Salted fish, yes, cod, of course. Yes.
But I hope you all know what you're doing. I mean, this seems a little extreme. I agree with all of you that these taxes and acts are wrong, but does it seem wise to antagonize Parliament this way? When we are so dependent on all these goods coming from England?
Oh, Mrs. Truck. What are you trying to say?
I'm just a little concerned, Mr. Haskins. I mean, 6 years of boycotts have made it hard enough trying to feed and clothe a family with 10 children. And now my husband might have the potential to get himself hanged, so do keep to your oath of secrecy.
All right, well, what do you folks think? Do you think it's worth what we're doing here today?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Oh, very good. I'm glad you folks did it. Mrs. Troy, you can learn a lesson or two from these folks.
I suppose it just depends on what happens tomorrow and the day after that.
Mrs. Tro's apt to be concerned about the consequences we will face.
We're heading to the airport. Oh shit, it's cold. Isn't Leo so lucky? He was gonna able to see snowing. Look at this. Leo first time in the snow. I don't know if people, I'm cold because in my legs I only have this size. Look at Leo. Look at Leo. It's snowing. I'm cold. I don't have a hat, so I am not going into the snow.
Perfect snowball weather. Look how perfect it is.
It's beautiful. Oh, it's true.
This is how snow feels like. Look, perfect snowball
Leo's having fun. What's this now? I am so cold. How is the snow, Cleo?
It's cool.
Look how beautiful this looks. Look at the trees.
Go on that side. We're going that side, Leo.
My hands is got no. I'm getting frostbite.
Are you gonna call the Uber now?
Me? You?
Oh, me? Okay.
No, but don't call it. Don't call it. Right here, it's ready.
Oh wow. Look at that. It's so white.
That's perfect snowfall weather. What?
You know me because I'm cold and I have no hat. what you're gonna see in the camera, but it's literally like a lot of snow.